Hi everyone, welcome in this session. We will explore together how TreeShade produce QR. So let's start. But a quick introduction. Here we are talking about software called TreeShade. I have developed this software and it's totally free. You can install from Adobe Exchange. And it's an extension for Adobe InDesign, Adobe Bridge, Photoshop, and Illustrator. After installing the software, start Adobe Bridge, and from Window, select Extensions, and select TreeShade. The software will show you a message here in the extension panel to restart. After restarting, it will ask you to create root folder for your project. Here I have created TRST. Inside TRST, the software will create workshop, and here where you're supposed to put your project files and edit them. There are parallel locations beside workshop that reflect exactly the same relative path, but for output. It's live connection, so if you modify the file name here or move, it will be reflected on the output folders. So you can always navigate between the files. Like here, if you select a file and go to versions, you will go to the same folder, but instead of workshop, here will be versions. You can right click on any file and select check-in to create a new version of the file. Then you will have a version. You can modify the file again. And save. Now the file will have a label, automatic label, that it needs to be checked in because the editing copy is not finished yet. But if you right click and select check in, then the current version will be updated. Now I think we have version 1, ver 01. So instead of updating this current version, you can select create a new version, put under editing no. Now if we refresh, the label will gone, and if you go to versions, TreeShade automatically select the versions of the file among other versions of the same folder, and let's refresh. See, it have label current because the last version is a current match of the editing copy. Okay, now let's start talking about QR. And I forgot to say that you have local server after installing and determining the root folder. You will have this file main.js directly in the root folder. Execute it as Node.js server. Install Node.js. It's from Google and it's free. And execute the server. But you need also to install some packages related to the software. Here search for node mailer and formidable and see how you can install them in the same folder. In addition to that, you need to make service to make the server accessible online. Here I have ngrok. ngrok, it's easy to install and easy to set up. You have online dashboard that help you to copy the command and execute. It's very easy. To assign to specific domain, you need to subscribe about $8 monthly. But if you don't want specific and static domain, it's free here. And by the way, Adobe Bridge also free. You can just make an account, Adobe account, and install Adobe Bridge without the need to make a subscription. TreeShade installed also in Adobe Bridge, and it gives Adobe Bridge content management system abilities and have many features for editing files and changing the file names or moving from folder to folder. Here you have this command, submenu change. It's flexible and great for modifying files. Here you have shortcut created when you installed the software. You have this run command. It's flexible and advanced. If you open, you have instructions and shortcuts. There are variables to use, and you have regular expression replacement, like here. You can use regex in from and to expression to replace the path or replace the file name or replace the file extension. Okay. Now we have server. So let's create folder. Let's name card. Here you have a complete new menu in Adobe Bridge called the TreeShade. And in this menu at the top, this submenu is crucial and practical for duplicating template files. By default, when you install the software, you have examples of template files installed with the software. Here at first, these content management system elements I used to create the documentation for TreeShade itself for the online form. you can use these and test. Here you have Creative Cloud files, and what we want here, this text file online. This file online, let's click. And let's keep the same name. This folder, don't delete and don't modify. It's supposed to be hidden, but in Windows it's not. In Mac OS it's hidden. Double click here to open the online form. Now we have online form. I don't know why is that. This key text file trigger duplicating for a design document to be checked in beside it. I'm not sure why is that. Let's go to the template folder, reveal this path, and here we have let's go back, because here when the document checked in, TreeShade automatically switched to versions PDF to display the PDF file. So sometimes it interrupts you. So you need to go back to workshop, or just let's go back here and let's go to the file online. This file there's a problem here because I think there is a design document here in template folder. So when you duplicate the key text file, it automatically duplicate also the design document because they match together, matched in auto checking in action. So here there is no design document, but for this file there is. I'm not sure if this, but not in this folder, in the previous file, in the copying sequence. So let's delete this. Always use this command from TreeShade menu. Move to trash to enable TreeShade for tracing any modification in files and building relations. Let's delete and design document. Let's delete the entire file. If you move to trash a file, and that file is the only file in that folder, TreeShade automatically go back and delete the folder itself also. So let's create card folder again. And from TreeShade menu, a new online. Okay, that's good. No, not good. We have InDesign document duplicated here. Again. Anyway, there is something wrong here. I'm not sure what is it. Let's keep the InDesign document. But here you can edit. The problem now, if anytime you submit the online form, the submitting trigger TreeShade to update the document. So it takes time each time. We need to wait. Like let's make text file here. Now we have a preview for the document and the text file name revealed here. So if you submit, if you click update, the key text file will, the counter here will have a new number increase, and because the name is changed, that trigger Adobe InDesign to be opened and updated. So you need to wait. To avoid that, you can add to the settings of key text file add to the path, because now we have one button called update, and the location is the same location, the current location. Add static, so the content updated and the form loaded without waiting for InDesign to be produced again. So now if we update, if we modify the content and click update, the form loaded quickly without loading the new InDesign document. And also the document itself in your computer will not be updated, because the word static here keep the file name without any increment, so the InDesign document it's not up to date, it's old. Anyway, here we have ChatGPT. Let's consider we want to make a QR for business card, V card. So let's ask how to create V card. Okay, so let's make this content. Let's make a subfolder here. Let's name info. So let's make folder called info. Inside that folder, let's create a separated text file from the submenu new, TreeShade new text. Okay, and what we have file name. So let's write what file, not file name. This first name, sorry, first name. If this is first name, where is the last name? I think this is supposed to be name. Anyway, it's name. Let's name the file name. And then organization. Or company. And position. TreeShade new text. Position or title. Then or let's name phone. Email. That's enough, no need to add address. Okay, now we need to order the file. So when you refresh the online form, it have the right order. So let's drag and drop in Adobe Bridge. At first we have name, then position, then company, then phone, then email. And now from TreeShade menu, select this command, update tsort.txt. This will create this special text file that hold the right order of the files. Now if we double click on this key text file, we don't have the info content because the folder is single, have no paired file. So you need to pair a file beside it by creating any file with the same name. Let's create text file from new text, TreeShade new text, and its name info, the same name. Now TreeShade create a link, a relationship between the folder and the file for structuring the data. and typically the file used for rendering the content of the folder for both InDesign document and for HTML page. Anyway, now if we refresh, we will have the information for the code. Let's delete name from here. TreeShade, move to trash, cancel no. Okay, now you can add flags to the text files to make type of the field for the form field. You can make a type like for phone. I think there is a, let's go to W3 schools. Okay, HTML input types. Here we have tel for telephone. So with the phone text file, let's add ts underscore tp, abbreviation of type, then tel. Okay. See, now it's telephone field. So if you write text and try to go, it's supposed to be 10, but I don't see any restriction. Let's make number. See, now you can only write number. Only number. So it's work, but when I write tel, nothing happened. Password hidden for email. For email, let's add also, because we have here email, type email. So write ts, then tp, abbreviation of type, then email. Please include at. Okay, anyway, Now we have the field. Let's create QR. So here in the project folder, let's create a text file to include the TreeShade instructions for generating QR. Select new text and let's name appropriate name that describe the function, but it's necessary to be specific. Let's write produce QR. And because this text file have instructions not for the end user, so now because if we refresh, we will see that reduce QR will be displayed in the online form. So add a flag at the end to hide the field, to load the text file but hiding it. Write TS HDN hidden. Okay. Now it's open. And let's start. Let's copy the V card. And let's put here. Okay. And V card, we want that. URL, we don't want. Address, we don't want. Okay, let's start by the name. Here we want to use TS tag to place the content of the file name, of the employee name. So write TS, start and end. And here write the relative path to the text file. And here you can use a regular expression to retrieve a single file or multi-files in a folder or many folders. You can write the regular expression at any level, and also you can use variables you can find here in main.js. These variables you can use in the dynamic path along with using a regular expression to retrieve a single text file or many files as you want. Here we want to retrieve the text file for the employee name. Inside info we have the name, the file name, this name.txt. So write dot slash then info, then name, and dot plus regular expression just to ignore the extension. You can write as you want dot txt, but here you need to escape the dot because as I told you it's a regular expression, except the first one. The first one no need. Okay, I prefer to write dot plus, and then write at the end of the TS tag content, right place. Now the content will be placed here. You can use this tag inside the HTML file. So when the client requests that file, this will be burst before sending the HTML. But in text file, you have no benefit of placing text files except by assigning an ID to be used in output type, not in place. So here we place the content. So assign to ID or variable as you want, and let's name any name. Or do you know need? No need, because we want to output the whole text file. If we output the text file entirely, no need for this. So let's copy and put here, and here let's write company, I think, the text file name, then title. I think I named the text file position, and here the phone number, the text file I named phone, and here email. Okay, here email, because I write here flag to determine the form type to be email. Here the benefit of adding the regular expression dot plus to ignore the rest of the file name. So we need to write output TS tag. So write TS start and end, and here at the end let's write QR to output QR, and here the relative path to the file dot where we want to put the file. Let's say inside info. So write the file name QR dot SVG. Okay, that's it. Now let's test. Let's write information. And here email. Okay, let's click update. Now the local server will scan all the text files for any TS tag to execute. So the server will find that the loaded file here, produce QR, have TS tags, so the TS tags will be executed and output using this to the file qr.svg. Let's click update. So inside info, you will have QR for the same information. Now, because we don't hide the QR will be available to download, or you can use inside the InDesign document. So here we can connect the content let's make a business card, dimension, let's say 85 by 54. Okay, open text frame, and let's make paragraph style for the name. For the name and position, okay, this name, and also for position. Okay, to place the text file as a live snippet, put the text cursor inside the text frame, and in Adobe Bridge, right-click on the text file and select place in InDesign. Place in InDesign. Now TreeShade will interrupt the placing action and place the text file as live snippet by inserting a special marker at the beginning and at the end. Now let's format the style. We have now paragraph style name for the employee name. Let's write here Myriad Pro, bold, and Ctrl-Alt-Shift-R to redefine. Now if we show the visible, the special characters, at the beginning you will have a custom anchor text frame, and it's actually non-printing. So it's only visible to the graphic designer to know the location of the text file. At the end here you have a special character and nested style here. let's start new paragraph and right click on position text file, then place in InDesign. Okay, let's assign position, paragraph style, and format. Semi-bold. Okay. Now we have name and position. Let's make a new text frame for the contact. Let's create a new paragraph style. Let's name contact. Based on no. Okay. Now let's write phone, or you can put icon for the phone, and right click on phone, then place in InDesign. Then a new line, right click on email, place in InDesign. And what we have now is phone, email, position with the name, company. Company we can put in some place, and let's place the QR. Let's make a text frame for the company. You can put the logo, but anyway. Paragraph style for the company. Okay, that's it. Now we have content connected to an online form. Using the online form, the end user can fill the content and click update button. So the local server, the TreeShade local server, generate new QR and through live snippet, the document will be opened and updated automatically. Let's save the document. Do you want to check in? Yes. When you check in a file, wait Adobe Bridge to reveal the PDF. If the PDF revealed, then the process done. And always remember to go back to workshop. the editing location. Remember that we add static to the online text file, or let's name the key text file because it's the key for the online form. It has the settings. This text file we added static to the path, so we don't disturb by InDesign updating. Let's remove. And let's reload again. Now let's try to update the content and test. Let's put Adobe InDesign on the right also. Let's write a new name. Now when we click update, the request will be sent to the server. The QR will be generated. And within 1 minute, the InDesign document will be updated and previewed in the online form. Okay, that's it. We can add a new output in addition to QR for the vCard for the file itself. What is the extension of vCard? VCF. So here, let's add new output, but instead of QR, let's write only output to output the content to a file. And what's the extension? VCF. So let's write here VCF, and that's it. Let's save. Let's try load again. Always remember to go back to workshop. Don't edit the output locations. Okay, here inside info we don't have the vCard file that have the extension VCF, but let's modify again. and let's click update. Now inside info you will have two output, VCF file and QR.svg. QR.svg and QR.vcf. So here in info you will have two files, one QR and one for VCF. But the problem here, we don't have a preview. You can download, the end user can download and can upload a new file, but no need for uploading a new file have no meaning, because when he click update, when he or she click update, the file will be overwritten and not after uploading it will be produced again. So anyway, you can hide the QR and the other file by adding add ts underscore hdn to be hidden, and also here. But here we need to modify the output, and let's add dot plus. No, we don't want dot plus here. So despite the characters between the QR and the SVG, because here the output, before exporting the file, TreeShade search for any file that have QR at the beginning and SVG at the end, and consider it for output. And here the same thing. So let's save. And also in Adobe InDesign we need to check the link, the QR file, because we modified the name. TreeShade automatically auto-fix any link. If you modify the name or move from folder to folder, it's automatically relinked. So let's try again. Let's write a new name. And let's click update. The content updated. Now the QR for the SVG and for the card, what it's called, VCF, it's all hidden here but also they loaded but hidden. Let's open VCF to check the content. Okay, it's updated correctly. That's it. Thank you for watching, and don't hesitate to ask any question about installing the software. It's totally free and you can install from Adobe Exchange. Okay, goodbye.